Hello guys, welcome to my first devlog for Sleepy Walker. This is a game we just launched on Google Play and iOS. It's a mobile game, as you can see. So I just wanted to make this video and spend some time introducing myself and this game and why I made it and how it went. Hang around and get to know myself at Paranormal Games and Sleepy Walker. So we just launched the game last Friday, which is around about the 7th of June 2021, and for people who want to see the revenue, I'll put that up on the screen right now. The game's only generating revenue from ads. Well, there was one in-app purchase, which I have on record for Sleepy Walker on Google Play, but unfortunately that person decided to refund the purchase and gave me a reason as friendly fraud. So that is excellent. Also, as you're going to see later, considering how much money I spent on advertising, which isn't much, but it's a lot for us as an indie, is not great. The game idea. So Sleepy Walker just started off, I just had an idea to make a casual game, or hyper casual, that would be like kind of based on like the old cartoons. It would be an idea of a guy who's a sleepwalker who just, you know, finds himself onto these beams of a construction site, much like Popeye or a lot of those old cartoons. It just, for some reason, he ends up onto beams of a construction site. So I took that idea and I wanted to make a hyper casual or casual game out of it. So I got to work 2.5 years ago now on this game, and I, paid for a very cheap asset pack off of the Unity asset store, and it just had the basic functionality that I thought I could start with for my idea, and basic gameplay, and so I got to work, and basically after 2.5 years, well, actually the game only took me, I had the basic game done within about 2-3 months, but then I kept working on it for another year, for the rest of the year, so about a year, before I approached publishers with it. So this is where we get into the publisher part. So took it to publishers. First of all was Crazy Labs. They were good. They wanted to do the tests for CPI and retention and all that. So we did all that. And yeah, it went okay in the beginning, and it was good because they did multiple tests, and it kept the hope alive that I thought that the game could potentially be a success with them. So if they published it, it would have been a success. They make everything go to the top 10 in the charts, but unfortunately it couldn't hit their data targets. So basically after a few months of changing things in the game and trying to improve things, I had to end the relationship there. So I moved on to a bunch of more publishers. The next significant one was Lion Studios. Was working with them for quite a while. They wanted the game to be level based, as originally it was endless, high score game, and I actually wanted it to be a level based game too. So I just decided to bite the bullet, and I made the game level based. So as you can see, the game's now level based, not high score. I'm thinking about bringing it back later if the game did well, which it's not right now. But anyway, so basically all of the publisher efforts fell through. We couldn't hit their targets. It was getting worse and worse, and their effort was also not great on their side. The ads were very basic. They really expect a hit without doing much work, apart from putting the money in when they do hit their data targets. So that's just the way that one goes with hyper-casual publishers, in case anyone wanted to know. So now we're back to the launch. So from what I showed at the start, you can see that the revenue is not great so far. And if I show you right now the how much money I spent on ads, you can see I've spent about $360 Australian. So yeah, it's different in American, but when I convert that to Australian dollars, I've spent $360 in advertising, and that's just on Google. I've spent more on doing tests on Facebook and other advertising networks, which have like Apple search ads too, which haven't really gone anywhere. Really hard to get impressions on there. It just doesn't go for me. It just will not show the ads much. What it has shown is, I've paid like $10 for 7 installs. It's pretty bad. $10 American.
Wow.
So we had a bunch of issues launching the game with the launch. So basically what I did is I tried to be smart about it. You tried to plan these things out, but they never really go to plan. There's always tons of problems. So what basically happened here is, because I was working with publishers, like the launch of the game is very important for indies, especially on like mobile and stuff. Well, anything really, but on mobiles I've had the most experience with that. It's very important for indies, as like Apple and Google will give you, like a week or so. Some people think it's up to a month, but I've only ever seen a week boost. It will kind of like put you into the store in some parts as a new game and give it a little bit of limelight. Like, this is not much, but it does get a little bit of a boost, and you can get a bunch of downloads to begin with. So this in here lies the problem of what happened with us. So because I was working with publishers doing the soft launch, the game was already launched on iOS for like over a year, doing soft launches in USA with them. So basically to Apple, the game is already out. So when I decided finally the game was done and I had Google Play ready to go as well, I hit the button to release the game in all countries on iOS, and basically it went exactly the way I thought it was going to go. There was no fanfare, there was no nothing, not even any articles. Like normally articles get written up. I've had like games where it's like app of the day or app of the week. There was no articles whatsoever. So basically this game is just dead straight out of the door on iOS. Obviously I tried doing all the usual things of contacting websites and stuff, and just nothing. So the downloads are very low on iOS. I'm also like doing a lot of social media stuff like TikTok and Instagram and all that to try and get eyes onto the game. But anyway, that's what happened there. So I assumed, which is why I wanted to launch the Google Play version with iOS, is that they could both feed off each other. The game's been launched on 2 platforms. They're going to feed off each other. The news will travel and lend itself to both platforms. But unfortunately, once I launched Google, the data is very slow to come out. I had no idea what was going on. The game just seemed to disappear as soon as I launched it. This is the other problem, especially living in Australia. Data seems to take way longer, 2-3 days to get the data because of time differences with the USA. So basically just I launched the game and there was no kind of featuring at all. I couldn't find the game anywhere. it seemed to just sink into a dark hole straight away. So, and I'm still in the dark about what's happened with the game, but it did appear on the store later, but that's after I did quite a big ad spend, which is only, like I said, $360 all in total on Google Ads. Now, Google Ads is advertising the game directly inside of Google Play, so it shows up as Explore in Google Explore statistics. So the game launched, and I'm not getting much free downloads at all, which is very sad. And that's where I say that's what I'm talking about. Like, the game didn't get a boost at all whatsoever. So there's another feature in Google called Indie Corner, which is basically my last hope to get this game to do anything and get any free installs, to start actually generating money come back to me, because so far I only earned very minimal, under $20, and I've spent over $360 and a lot more than that, you know, including 2.5 years development and all that stuff. I mean, yeah, no, I don't expect to make all that money back. But so what's next? So at the moment I'm just trying to get the Indie Corner feature for Google Play, but I'm waiting on reviews. They can't feature me until I get at least a 3.9 star review rating, and I've only got one review right now. So yeah, once I get those reviews, I'll be able to submit again for an Indie Corner a feature review, and then hopefully the game will then get much more downloads, and hopefully I haven't wasted all my time for the last 2.5 years, but probably have. Very, very sad. Have to laugh or cry. So yeah, I've got more games in the works. Pretty burnt out from mobile, but that's just mobile development. I'm looking to build a PC game next, which I will be doing more devlogs in the future, and try to utilize YouTube more, and show you guys what we're up to. So thanks for watching, guys. If you could download the game, have a play, and leave me a review, that would help out a lot. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave a comment. Let us know down below what you think. So yeah, thanks a lot for watching, guys. See you next time.